not? Well, this is not a 9-to-5, okay, job requiring you to get up early and stay late. This is a chance to take inbound calls. It's not a cold call prospecting situation. And this is also a commission position where we pay $400 per sale plus perks, and we'll get into those a little bit later. Now, the call center does run 24/7, and I've seen people on the calls late at night and early in the morning. You have the ability to work those hours. Now, the call center is designed to help you build your business while you are learning to use the software, because the software in and of itself can enable you to generate a huge amount of income from home because of everything that it does. So we have the call center in place to help those of you that want that while you're learning to use the software. It's not a huge learning curve. You can be set up in a very short period of time. And some people just like the idea of having some inbound coming calls while they're doing other things at the same time. And that's why we have it set up that way. So is this for you? I don't know. One of the first things that we get asked many times is, how do I get paid? Well, you're paid direct commissions. So you're going to have the ability of using our personal merchant account. So the transactions go through our merchant account. And then we pay you via e-wallet. And we pay out every Friday, anybody that's using e-wallet. You can also use your own merchant account. We have a relationship with the merchant company, and basically it's a 99% approval rate. I was told that to be declined, you literally have to be like on the run from the law or something like that. So it would have to be really bad for you not to get approved. So if you do it that way, then you're paid directly through your own merchant account, and it's just a matter of the funds going into your bank account, which takes about 48 hours or so. So with the first way of getting paid through e-wallet, you're paid every Friday, and with the other way, you're paid whenever you make sales. Just the time lapse between when the merchant processes and when it hits your bank account, it's about 48 hours. So how does that sound? I hope that sounds pretty cool. So let's take a quick peek. Sorry, the phone just rang there, and let me just turn it off so that doesn't distract me again. All right. So let's take a quick peek at the product that you'll be offering and see how it all works. All right. So let's go online and do that. So the company is Automatic Lead Tools. This is the home page of the software. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and log in, okay, so that we can see everything that there is. So this is the welcome page. When you first log in, you'll see right here, immediately you get access to the Facebook group where all the members are interacting and also helping one another, talking about their successes, welcoming new members, different things like that. Right below that, you can see as soon as you sign up, you can click here to schedule a call with either Scott or myself. So you're right out of the gate going to get a 15-minute coaching call with us to help you get things sort of in order. We'll kind of talk to you a little bit about what it is that you're looking to do and help you set up a plan of action so that you can achieve your goals more quickly. And then in that, generally, we give you some tasks to do, and then you can connect with us directly on Facebook. And I always try to stay connected to see how it's going. So, if we say do X, Y, Z, then you can send me X, Y, Z. I can take a look and say, okay, here, this is good. You should make a little adjustment here, that type of stuff. So we're there to help you build a business and become successful as quickly as possible. So let's take a look at the software because that's really what we're here for. So you can see here the data mining software is where I'm going to start. Now, if you remember from the email that I sent you, I talked about there being a gold mine in Facebook and in Google. Now, Google and Facebook are the top two search sites on the internet, and that's according to Alexa, so you can check that out for yourself, but it's pretty obvious. And there is an absolute gold mine of data that's there if you understand how to use it and understand what that means. So I'm going to go to Google first here, just so you can see what the software can do and how fast it can do it. So I'm just going to do a search in Google, okay? I'm going to do what's called a Boolean search, all right? So I'm going to say site, Facebook.com, and then I'm just going to do something. I always just grab, different things. I'm going to say hair loss, okay? So what this means is that I'm going to search the site, Facebook, and I'm looking for the keyword hair loss. So I'm looking for pages in Facebook that have to do with hair loss. So obviously people that are talking about I'm losing my hair and I need some help with that. So you can see here what it brings up. So the first thing that it brought up, now these are paid ads, okay? So this is everybody's paying for these. It's not what we're looking for. We're looking for starting here. So this is Facebook. That's a page on hair loss. Here's one on rating, make it happen hair loss clinic, hair loss. So obviously you can see that this is how the search works. So it's bringing up all the pages inside of Facebook that are related to the term hair loss. I just went to this next page. You can see it's American Hair Loss Council. So, and it just is going to go on and on and on and on, right? So I could go into one of these pages and start looking for some contact information of people that are posting on those pages, okay? So what I'm looking for in this case is people that are losing their hair and want a solution to that problem, okay? So, and I'll explain why in a second. So here's the software. So I'm going to go into the Google section, and I'm going to do the same search string, okay? So site, Facebook.com, hair loss. And now I'm going to click extract leads. So what the software is doing is it's doing exactly what we just saw me do here, but it's actually going into each page and starting to pull out email addresses and phone numbers. And look how fast it does it here. I'll pull down on this arrow, and it's going to try to bring it, the scroll bar down to the bottom. But this is how fast it's pulling data from what I just did. Can you imagine how long it would have taken me to go in and try to pull out all of this from what you saw me do? So, I mean, it's just going to go and go and go and go and go. So let's just stop it so we're not looking at this forever. And it pulled out in, 20 seconds? 1,612 email addresses and 359 phone numbers. Isn't that interesting? Phone numbers, okay? Of people that, for the most part, are interested in some sort of hair loss product, okay? The owners of those groups are obviously the people that may be selling hair loss stuff or have information about that. But the majority of these are going to be people looking for a solution to a problem. Now, one of the keys that you have to understand about making money on the internet or as an entrepreneur on the internet is you have to locate starving crowds. What does that mean? So people that need a solution to a problem, okay? When you do Boolean searches like this, so hair loss, okay, that type of a search is going to allow us to start to find starving crowds. Now, that could be in anything. There could be, that's just hair loss, but it could be, and it doesn't have to be a physical ailment or anything like that. It could be somebody that's involved in fishing that's looking for a better way to catch bass. It could be somebody that wants to learn how to speak another language because they're getting married and the other person speaks a language, or they want to start dating a person that speaks another language, so they have to do that. So the searches that you can do and finding people that are interested in something it's endless, okay? One thing you can do too here to find starving crowds is how to, right? So if I just say how to fix, and I do that, now it's going to, fixing computers, auto repairs, how stuff works. It's just giving you ideas how to fix pipes, It's just giving you ideas for people that need to fix something, and so you can start looking at that. So I don't want to confuse you with too much information, but the point was just how quickly that it can actually go, our software can go into another website, so into Facebook, for instance, and find something. Now, if we're back here and we don't want to go into Facebook, we just want to go straight into Google, and we can do the same thing. So we could say how to fix a pipe, or let's say how to fix a leak. So now it's going to pull phone numbers of people that have posted questions online about fixing leaks and how to fix their leaks. Now, obviously, some of these are going to be businesses that are also that as well. But the majority of what you're looking at here is going to be data of people that have typed in the question somewhere on the internet, how to fix a leak. I've done it myself. If something breaks in the house, I forget what, maybe like my stove, something happened, or the toilet wasn't flushing, and I've done that many times. We all have. We're trying to fix stuff ourselves, so we just go to Google and we type in how to fix something, and we do that. So you can do this same kind of a search. It's called a Boolean search, and you can actually target locations. So Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, even cities. You can target by zip code. And these are all different ways of searching, and we have training on that inside of our system. So imagine, for instance, you found, and so here it found me just typing that in, 1,667 email addresses and 418 phone numbers. So we can just keep on searching for stuff all day in Google, and then these would be potential leads that you could offer to a plumber or somebody that's contractor or a fix-it person, and just say, hey, I can always just feed you leads of people that are needing services, stuff fixed, and that's just one idea, okay? So this is what I talk about, the gold mine that's inside of Facebook and inside of Google. If you just understand that there are starving crowds of people everywhere that need help. They need stuff done. They need stuff fixed. They need hair grown. They need hair removed. They need to get bigger, need to get stronger. They need to lose weight. They need more muscle. They need to figure out diets, and there's tons of data out there. And then there are tons of companies that you can join or become an affiliate for, where you can sell them stuff. And you don't even have to create the products yourself. You can just become like a reseller of stuff and sell it, offer it to these people, these starving crowds, and let them buy it from you. So now our software, this is just Google, so it does the same type of stuff in Bing. Bing is just another search engine. Merchant Circle is a little bit different. This is a, it's kind of like an online Yellow Pages, sort of. It's a direct online directory, so I can search here Los Angeles, type it in correctly, and then I can say, obviously that's California, and then I can do that. I could say, plumbers. And here we go. So now you can see it's just, these are area codes 213, 323 that are all near me. So we're just going to go through the entire database and pull out all the plumbers. So now I can start calling plumbers and say, hey, I've got a lead source, and how much would you be willing to pay me per person that I send you that needs something fixed, like a broken whatever, and you can make a deal with them. And I'm literally just throwing this stuff out there because my brain is always creating different opportunities. So this is not something that I've done. So I'm not telling you that I've made $100,000 a year doing this at all. I'm just explaining to you that this is how you can think as an entrepreneur. And that's why I always say that in this day and age of technology, there's no reason for people not to be making a lot of money if they're willing to just think, roll up their sleeves, get to work, and that's it. Okay, so that's just a couple of examples. So it was going to give us 1,080 phone numbers there. Yelp, obviously we know what Yelp is. It's the same thing. It's going to search Craigslist, also you can search through Craigslist, and you can do a number of searches here, just like going through Craigslist. Backpage is similar to Craigslist. They're basically competing sites. So, and again, our data miner just goes through these platforms and just extracts data, okay? So however you can use it, or whatever you can think of to do, it can do for you, all right? So let's go back, and let's look at the next piece of software. So the next piece of software is going to be the broadcast platform. And what this is a phone broadcasting platform that is going to allow you to send phone broadcasts that you've pulled directly from this list. Let's see. 1 second. Go back in again. I know our broadcaster yesterday was having server issue, but this morning I logged back in and there was not one. Let me just try a different, let me go switch over to Firefox and see if I can get it over there. One second while I just switch over to Firefox. I see questions coming in, and I promise I will get to them at the end. I just can't do it at the same time as this other stuff, but I promise I will get to them. There we go. All right, so, oops, that's not what I wanted to do, but hey. Let's see. So, can you guys see the screen again? So we're in the broadcaster. Let me just make sure you guys can see that now. You see here it says, yeah, okay, cool. All right, so this is the broadcaster. For some reason, Google Chrome, my Google Chrome, I messed some stuff up, and it does that sometimes. So I'm in Firefox now, okay? And so right in here, this is the broadcaster. So what we did was we went into the software, we went to the broadcast platform, then we came down here, we went to go to broadcast, and then it brought us over here, okay? So here we can create a broadcast, we name it, we give it a description. We can put in the caller ID name and number, so who it's coming from. You can set the time. If you have an office where you have agents working and you want the calls to be transferred, so for instance, if you have 3 people working in an office and you're doing a broadcast to plumbers, let's say like we were doing, and it's calling plumbers and saying, hey, if you want leads for your plumbing business, press 1 to speak to a live agent. They press 1, it transfers to, and it's just letting them know how many people you have it going to. The transfer to number, calls per hour, I believe it goes up to 200,000 calls per hour, just depending on how many you want to send out. And then these are just sort of technical things, not that it's, it's just how it's set up. So is it going to, if somebody answers the phone, is the system going to talk to only if somebody picks up the phone? Is it only going to do it if somebody, an answering machine picks up? Are you going to do both? So there are different things different options for that, okay? And just so you know here, we look over here, tutorials, okay? So there are complete tutorials on all of this stuff. So here are the phone broadcasting tutorials, activating, creating web traffic only, callers, capture info to call. So each of these videos is going to show you step by step how to set up the phone broadcaster, okay? So you can then take those numbers that you just downloaded and just transfer them right over and start a voice broadcast campaign and start marketing whatever it is that you have to market. And it can insurance agents, mortgage brokers for leads, or for the software. One of the groups that we really like to target for the software outside of insurance sales and mortgage sales is we really like to target people in network marketing industry, because this tool can really help them for a number of reasons. Most people that are in network marketing, home-based business struggle because they don't know how to generate leads and how to connect with those leads. I can tell you that's true because I tried to do that myself. I got into different network marketing companies and tried to build a business and invite people to my house and embarrassing little business meetings that didn't work, and I struggled for a long time. It's actually how my wife and I met. We were in a network marketing company together, both of us trying to figure it out, and that's how we met. So our software allows us to connect with struggling network marketers, because we can actually use the software. We can actually use this data mining software to find people that are in businesses, that certain types of network marketing businesses, and then target them as potential buyers of the software. And I'll show you how you can use the software to build your network marketing business. And we have a lot of methods that we show you how to connect with them quickly. I mean, if you want to be busy and talking to 15, 20, 30, 40 people a day, we've got methods that will allow you to do that really, really quickly. Let's see, sort of bouncing back and forth here. So right here you can see these are our weekly trainings. We do training each and every week where we give you specific strategies, and the one strategy that would allow you to do that, completely free strategy that you can use to market the software, is called this method right here, Quick Hits method. And we have an update on it here, Quick Hits Review. So that's something that, for those of you that just want to get on the phone and just really, market this business hard and make $400 commissions starting tomorrow. These are all different types of, and you can see your training on Boolean searches that I just showed you, and follow-ups, and we're very, very, very thorough and adamant about having a lot of training for you, which is why we have the coaching now. Just getting on the phone with Scott and myself for a 15-minute coaching call, just right out of the gate. We really want you to succeed. We want you to be successful. Now, there's even more stuff for me to show you, the software, so let's do that real quick. So let me go back over here, and let me just get out of this. And let me just log back in from Chrome. Boy, Chrome's acting really kooky. All right. So let's go over to the on-demand webinars, okay? So this is going to allow you to create like a presentation. And let's see if we should find one. So you can see here, all right. It's a video. This is our the old platform. We just updated everything. But let me show you how easy it is to just create a page like this, okay? So you've got your logo up here, you've got some copy, you've got background, you've got color, you've got a button, okay, and you've got your video. So which one did I click? I think it was this one. Forgot already. So let's click this one and see what that is. Hey, it's up on here. Okay, so that was another one. So let's just get out of this one, and we'll do this one. So, all right, $800 or $6,400 in a day. So we're going to edit this, okay? So here we are. I'm going to leave it play all the time. That allows you to have it sort of be as a sales presentation. if you wanted to choose it to be played like on-demand webinar, I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But here we are. We can choose different backgrounds. So you can see here this is a money background, but let's say that we wanted to choose a different background. So we would just go through all the pre-existing images. Let's do a beach one. This is pretty. We'll copy this, and we'll just paste it in, okay? So now we've got video background color, center background color, and you can see this is the color here, right? So let's change this. Let's make it more blue. And we'll change this, and we'll make this like this, okay? The company logo URL, oh, it's not there on this one. We'll look at the other one. It's just simple. You just have your logo and you put it on your hosting site, and then just load it right up. So let's just update this webinar. Well, let's also just change this. So the Get Access button you can see here is yellow. So we'll just change this, and we'll change it to blue. Get instant access to blue. All right. Now the delay button is set to 20 seconds. We'll just set this to 3 seconds. And what that means is that it waits this amount of time before this button shows up. So when we reload the page, we say update the webinar, and we reload this page, it should disappear. Now it's blue. See the background color of that is blue. And now this pops up here. I'm not sure why the video didn't show up. Like I said, sometimes it glitches on Chrome, but you saw previously that it was just fine. So let's do this one. Now this is what it's going to look like if there's a countdown. So remember I showed you where you have it set to play all the time, it has the video showing. If you set it to just certain days and times, this is what it's going to look like. And so somebody comes to the page, now they see that the webinar is going to start in 2 hours, 26 minutes, and 32, 31, 30 seconds. Okay? So that's how you would set that part. So unlimited webinars that you can set up, or unlimited presentations for plumbers or real estate agents or insurance people or people that are losing their hair. Obviously, there's a ton of videos out there that you can use to create your little sales presentations for whatever it is that you're trying to offer to that starving crowd and give them what they want and make a lot of money doing it. So that was the on-demand webinars. Now our sales funnels are very similar. So here are the sales funnels, making money from home. There's some funny people at the beach doing handstands and stuff. The same thing, you can change these colors just the way that you did on the other one, making money home. So this one, we'd go in here and edit this. And again, we can just change these colors. We can change the background, images, all the same. The copy, here is the reader, the button that you can change. Now what this does is this allows you to incorporate this with a email service provider like a GetResponse or GBO. You can simply connect the two. And so this one was set with Aweber, but Aweber, GetResponse, or GBO works with any of those three. And what that means is that somebody puts in their information here to find out more, and then now you're building your list of subscribers that you can market to over and over and over and over again. All right? So that's how simple it is to just make adjustments and edit. Okay? Just really on the fly, and you can do it over and over again. There's an optional page 3. You can have it active or not. That's sort of like a thank you page, so that when somebody does opt in and puts their information in, you can, after they've done that, send them to another video page that you can set up here. That's sort of like pre-selling something else. So it just gives you another option, because this is a true funnel. Okay, and funnels are how you automate sales, and so that, you know, at some point if you're on the phones and you want to automate sales on the side, you can do it and have people visit your site. You do a presentation there, and they're going through your funnel, and your funnel can actually create sales for you without you ever having to get on the phone with them. So that's how that part works. So that was all of the components of the software, right? So I showed you the data miner. I showed you the voice broadcaster. I showed you the on-demand webinar platform, and I showed you the sales funnel creator. All right, so those are the 4 components of our software. I also showed you all of our tutorials and training. We do live training each and every single week. Also, I showed you that when you sign up, that you get to join our Facebook group, which here's the Facebook group, okay, that you get to join. And also I showed you that you get to schedule a coaching call right out of the gate, all right? So let's get back to the presentation, and then I'll answer your questions because I see them flying in. So let's go from current slide. All right, so how does that sound? So now, as far as the call center goes, the calls are going to be coming in there. And again, let me just reiterate that these calls are coming in while you're doing this other stuff. Okay, so while you're data mining, pulling leads, doing quick hits, going through the training, different trainings that we have for all the different strategies that we have where you can make sales of our software, and also start creating relationships with businesses and generating leads for them and all these other things. That's really what it's about, entrepreneurship. I don't want you to think of yourself as a call center agent sitting at a phone and just receiving inbound calls all day long to make sales. That is in addition to all the other things that you can do, because that's sort of a job mindset, right? And we want to create entrepreneurs here. We want you to become wealthy and free and independent so that you can live the kind of a lifestyle that you should be, living, and not the sort of cubicle mentality of that. So the call center is there to designed for you to have calls coming in to you, to your phone, and for you to we have a sales script that's available for you, and I'll sort of go through that a little bit here too. But while you're doing these other cool and fun things that I just showed you that you can be using the software for, okay? So the calls that are going to be coming in are going to be business owners that are either business owners that are seeking lead generation software, or entrepreneurs looking for a business opportunity. Now, they're kind of both sort of intermingled, because the way we drive the traffic, a lot of it is going to be people looking to generate additional income. They're looking for a job, or they have a business, but they're not generating enough money from that business, so they're looking for a way to supplement that. So it's sort of a mishmash of entrepreneurs and some business owners as well that are looking for extra income, all right? So many times you'll be talking to somebody that's looking for extra income, and you'll find out in speaking to them that they're in the insurance industry or some other industry, and they are looking, I can make $400 commissions, that's great, and what is it? And you explain the software, and then they're blown away like, oh my gosh, this software can save my business. So that's the kind of situation that will happen with these types of calls that are coming into the call center. So entrepreneurs love this because it says here there's 3 ways, but I think that I just demonstrated that there's probably a million ways. There's 3 main ways to sell the software to businesses. You can sell the software to businesses or other entrepreneurs for $400 commissions. You can sell lists of leads to businesses like we showed for any price tag. It just matters, how valuable those leads are to that particular company. You can sell services like the phone broadcasting. You can do that for businesses. You can set up a broadcast for a business and charge them for that service. So this is a one-stop marketing shop for all types of business owners. So what we'll provide you is a full proven script, and that's for the inbound coming calls into the call center. We also have pre-written follow-up emails for you for those calls that come in after you go through the script. We have follow-up emails for you to send them. Obviously, you've seen the tutorials in the software. You will get your own 800 number with your own extension for those inbound coming calls. We have videos to use for closing sales, so when you send that follow-up email, there'll be a link on there, and it'll be your on-demand webinar video. So when they buy, you saw the buttons on the videos that we have. When they click buy, it takes them right to the page to buy. You get credit for that sale. So it's already tied to you. So there are unlimited calls coming in. I'm not going to say a number per day because it fluctuates, but day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, we have calls coming into the call center. So And like it says as well, plus you'll have full access to your own copy of the software to do all the things that I mentioned here. So we have brand new people making sales every single day. We've helped hundreds of people make their very first commission from home. It's probably one of the things I'm most excited about and most thankful for. We've helped many people quit or never need a job again. And that's probably the other thing that I'm most thankful for, you know, when I get calls from people that are on vacation, making sales, or people that have retired their spouse from having to work ever again. These are the things that it's about: entrepreneurship, freedom, lifestyle. You know, I haven't been in an office for, like I said, so many years. I live up here in the hills, and the only time I ever get into traffic is if we're out of sugar or coffee in the morning. I happen to hop in my car and drive down the hill to go to the Fresh and Easy, and I get into that traffic jam just for, you know, half a mile or something like that, and I just shake my head thinking about all these poor people that are in these cars going back and forth to work every day, when there is a gold mine out there for people that they just knew and had access to this type of software and this type of training and this type of education and this type of a group of people that work together. So it's absolutely incredible. So are you ready? Well, you can get started right now. You can be in the call rotation just within hours. You can have your software set up within hours. And you can start getting stuff going very, very quickly. Like I said, there is a learning curve, but we're here to help you. You can get your coaching call set up right away and schedule a talk with Scott or myself so we can help you get up and running as fast as possible. We have thousands of calls coming in, and we definitely need your help in connecting with them and obviously growing the company. So get back with the person who sent you here, and they'll walk you through the sign-up process. It's very simple. So yes, you do need a copy of the software and the license to sell the software. It's $497. And maybe I should go over the compensation, how a little bit, sort of how the compensation works. So let me do that because I didn't do it before. So let's do this. So the compensation, I'll sort of explain how it works. So here's how it works, okay? So obviously we pay $400 commissions for every sale you make. So just that by itself, isn't that incredible? So you're selling a product that costs $497, right? The product costs $497, and you get to make $400 of that $497. Now, every month that a person stays active, there's a $97 a month cost to that. Of that $97, we pay you $50 a month. So, I mean, the majority of the money, obviously, is going to you, okay? So, but here's how it really gets exciting. So this is you right here, okay? So this is, let's say this is your first sale that you made. So you make $400 off of that sale, okay? Then let's say that this person here is your second sale, okay? You make $400 off of that sale. Now, the third sale that you make, it actually passes up to your sponsor, okay? So your third sale passes up to your sponsor, your sixth sale passes up to your sponsor, and your ninth sale passes up to your sponsor, and then every ninth sale. Now, why do we do that? Why are you passing up sales? Well, for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that really encourages your sponsor to help you, right? Because they know that if you're successful, that means more money for them. And the same thing for you. So if you enroll somebody and they're interested in this and they want to sell the software, the better that they get at that, the more money you're going to make. So doesn't that encourage you to help people, you want them to be successful? That's why we did it that way. So so if this is your referring affiliate here, you can see here, I just kind of showed you a little bit wrong. So this is going to be your sale here. This is your sale here. Their third sale passes up to your sponsor there, okay? This fourth and fifth sale comes to you. The sixth sale passes up to your sponsor. The seventh and eighth goes to you. This ninth sale passes up to your sponsor, and then every ninth, okay? So it's the same way. So this person makes a sale under you. They make a sale under you. Then the third one passes up to you. And on and on and on we go. And that includes the $97, or excuse me, the $50 residuals. So those all get passed up to you as well. So that persons now every month you're making 50 from each person that you're connected to there. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the question box, a bunch of questions. So, Bill's asking, what's the difference for payout? 300 for lead sales. What are these via inbound sales, average broadcast marketing? All right, so let me answer it backwards. So the broadcaster is 1.8 cents a minute, charged in 6-second increments. And that 6 increments is important because that means that if somebody picks up the phone and hangs up, you're only going to get charged for 6 seconds, which is, fractions of a penny. So, there are other services where the minimum is a minute. So regardless of what happens, you get charged per minute. Ours charges in 6-second increments. So the first part was, what's the difference for payout? So there's really no average for leads. It really depends on the industry. I can tell you that in the insurance industry, which is probably one of the highest paying, if you go to Google and you try to place ads on Google, and I showed you here. Let's do this. Insurance. So if I type in insurance, see here, these are ads, right? Believe it or not, these ads, it costs, if I were to click this, this insure company, probably, or this Geico, it could be anywhere from $35 to, like, I've seen as high as $65 that they're paying for just one click. That's how lucrative the insurance industry is. So if I click this, that Geico has to pay Google. I'm not sure exactly what it is right now because it fluctuates every day, but I've seen it range from $35 to up to like $50 just for a click, one click. Never mind a lead, right? So if it takes 10 clicks for somebody to become a lead, that's $350 that they just paid just to get a lead, not a sale. So just to give you an idea of what people are paying for that kind of stuff. So hope that answers your question a little bit. Paul's asking, what's the difference between site:facebook.com and site:/.facebook.com? It's site:/Facebook. That's how you do that search. Can you put in networkers in specific categories? Bill's asking. Let's see, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can you put in networkers in specific categories? So I'm not really understanding that question. So you can search for network. When you say networkers, that makes it sound like a person, a specific person. But we're looking for actually entire companies inside of Facebook. So we can search inside of Facebook for a network marketing company like Agile or Amway or whatever, and it would pull names of people, email addresses and phone numbers of people that are listed inside of Facebook or have posted inside of Facebook regarding Agile or Amway or whatever. Mark, when you get the email list, can you send them an email about a certain product? Yeah, Mark, that's the entire point, which is why I was saying starting crowd. So if I'm pulling people that are hair loss and stuff, and I find a really cool product online that shows that it solves the hair loss problem, and I go to that company's page and I find, yes, there's an affiliate program, meaning that if the product costs like $100, then they'll pay 40% commissions or whatever, then I can become an affiliate for that product and send an email to the starving crowd of people that are losing their hair, and they read my email, and I say, hey, I saw on Facebook you're losing your hair, and this product helped, X amount of people. Check out this video or something, and then as part of the affiliate program, they give you marketing tools and videos and stuff to help, and then you can go and use that and market that product, and you don't have to, own the product or anything. You're just an affiliate for that product, and then you get paid every time somebody buys it. So now you're just in the business of looking for people that need something really, really bad, finding products that you can offer them for commission, and away you go, off to the races. Bill, that's sort of like Bill's asking to go through the loading of the data mining lead to the phone broadcast, so we have training tutorials that show you exactly how to do that. I'm assuming that call broadcasting is legal, or is it? Yeah, Nancy, absolutely it is, as long as it's business to business. So any number that we're pulling is considered business to business because it's like your number's out there as requesting business to call you about something. That's why you have your number out there. So as long as we're pulling the data, and it says the rule is from the FCC or whatever that it's landlines that are like homes that you're not supposed to call. So you're not supposed to call landlines at home. However, if my landline, which I don't even have one, but my cell phone, which is my business line, is a business number. So if I have it out there listed as a business, then I can, an inbound incoming call comes to it. This is a business number, so absolutely it's fine. As long as it's business to business, that is the rule. And you can check that for yourself through the FTC. What happens to calls that come into the call center and are not answered by anyone? Well, first of all, that really upsets us when that happens because that's wasted, and Scott and I. But it really it goes through I mean, I'm not sure how many rings it has to have, but it has to go through like 5 people not picking it up, and the call doesn't get answered, and hopefully they'll call back when that happens. Let's see. How many total ALT licenses are currently sold? We have over 2,000 members. So, Bill saying home-based business people. So let me go back. Yes, so absolutely, home-based business people. That's what when we're looking for a home-based business name, what we're actually doing is we're trying to find the pages of people that are in that company. And one trick is if you know like that there's a when you join a home-based business, if you know that each person that signs up with that business gets their own link, which is 99% of the time that's the case, or whatever company you join, as soon as you join it, you get like a website that they give you, right? If you know the domain of that website, then you can put that in, and it'll bring up every other domain. So that means you basically have access to every single person's that's in that company. And then you can manually pull those out on Google like I showed you, but if you put it into the software, then it pulls it out altogether. So Paul's asking about the do not call list. So yes, there is a do not call list. Again, those are only for landlines for residential. Does not include business. So is emailing permitted? Again, you can go to the CAN-SPAM regulations, and the way it works is as long as you're following the guidelines, which are that you have to include a way for the person to unsubscribe or opt out, and that can be in the form of a message at the bottom of the page that shows, so if you don't want to receive any more emails, respond back with say, please remove. And also you have some sort of an address. It does not have to be a home address. It can be like a business something address. Those are the 2 components that have to be in an email for it to be compliant by the CAN-SPAM. So there's that. Paul, there's no set cap that we have set for that. So great. So William and John, yes, that person's email, whoever invited you, just go to that email, and there will be the link in there. Yeah. Yep. And Vanessa, that's great. Well, yeah, just as soon as you're in there, you can schedule that call with either Scott or me, and it'll take you right to our scheduler. Just book the time, and then, yeah, absolutely. Great. Welcome aboard. Um, Tom, you might have missed that. I went through that a little bit earlier. So you have two options, and it's the merchant, either our merchant, where we pay out every Friday, or you have your own merchant where you're paid directly, and it's just a matter of like 24 to 48 hours for the funds to go through. Great. All right. Welcome, John. Glad you got back to that person. Cool. So we'll see you in there as well. I think the questions are kind of winding down. So, but thank you all very much for hanging out here today. I hope that you found this information helpful and useful. And welcome aboard to everybody. So it looks like Tom